Look who's back. You're back. You're back. Oh my god, are you fool? This shit. I don't know if this was the right decision. Because, like, what is this? What? I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for my little group of people. Like, it feels so good to know that people actually are interested in my nonsense. So, thank you, and thank you for coming back. Welcome back to this space, this mad space of mine, to be honest, because it's just madness all around. Thank you so much for the last video, with my views, with my subscribers, with all the comments, the likes, all of that. Like, thank you. It's very motivating and very encouraging, to be honest, because if there was no support or views or any of that, I would have acted like this never happened. Like, I'll just dead the whole thing. Like, it just never happened. Like, let's not talk about it. So thank you. Let's just ignore this shit. So today, just from the title of the video, I just want to do like a very relaxed sit down chit chat and just talk about how last year went. Like 2021, I don't know about you guys, but 2021 was like a very up down kind of year for me. So I want to talk about how my last year went and just talk about like I'm not really big on resolutions, because I feel like if you want to do something, you should just start doing it. But then again, I'm all about planning your year. Like, okay, this year, this is what I would like to achieve. It's just easier, so you're kind of sane, like you know what you want to achieve for the year. So it's not like I have to wait to do something, but at least it's more like goals, my goals for the year. So I'm obviously not going to share everything with you, because I believe in doing something and showing the results and just enjoying the process myself, then showing the result. But just the general goals or the general mindset I want to have going into this year. We're going to talk about that as well. My book. I wrote things down because if you leave me, I'm gonna be yappa.
Shanice.
Yeah?
Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa. Shut it, please.
Let's talk about 2021. Last year. Let's talk about last year. Last year started. I have started, and I'm not drinking wine today. God help me. Last year started so perfectly. Like last year, January, I got pregnant December, but I found out I was pregnant in January. So by the time I checked, that was really like a month gone. So it was the perfect way to start the year. Getting the news, we're pregnant, all of that. It was just wonderful. I was like, oh, 2021 is really looking wonderful. So that happened, and I already had plans for 2021. I was like, I was going to start my salon, and I was going to do like a major renovation for the fashion house. So those were like my major goals. So pregnancy just added to it, and I was like, yes, a lot of things to achieve. Anyways, everything's there going well, wonderful. With the pregnancy, kind of moved my open date for the salon, because I was meant to start at the beginning of the year, but with the pregnancy, everybody knows how the first trimester goes. It's not like I have horrible first trimesters. I don't throw up and all of that, but I'm just not in the mood, you know. I'm just not motivated to do anything. I'm just focused on getting past the first trimester. So really nothing was done at the beginning of the year regarding to my business. But later on, I decided to start the business when I finished my first trimester, and I felt like I got my strength back and my energy back. Then I started it. Wow. Owning a salon. I don't know who has a salon, but owning a salon, I just a business in general that has to do with customers spending time in your establishment and dealing with customer service. With the clothing line, you just come, order your stuff, go, pick up your stuff, go. So they don't really spend that much time. But any business that has to do with customers sitting down there and spending time, and you're forced to give them, like not forced, and you have to give them good quality customer service. Clap for yourselves, because it's not easy. It is not easy. I was not ready for it. I also saw it as business opportunity, started, money. Money is always my motivation. But I started the business, so obviously now you have days when your employees will decide not to come to work. You have days when they'll just be wounding customers up and down with the sharp pedicure with the sharp pedicure scraper thing, wounding customers up and down, just doing horrible jobs where you're just like, oh my god, sorry, forgive me. Like you want to beg the customer to forgive you, like just all of that. And I'm like, Jesus, so God help me. It just started off really rough. That's basically it. Like the salon started off really rough, and I had a lot of change, get a new person, change, get a new person, and even getting workers. They're just mad. They'll be doing nonsense jobs and they're asking you for 100k salary, and I'm like, I'm just starting and you're doing nonsense, so am I paying 100k? So it was just eye-opening. So the middle of the year, around March, April, May, I was just stressed. I was just really stressed that period, and I was just going through a lot, and it was because of my business. I was able to just settle in, which happens. I mean, you get used to it at some point, and you get at least good workers that would work for you and do the job well enough, because to be honest, I feel like I have room for improvement. Definitely, there's always room for improvement, but at least now I was able to do the business for the rest of the year. After that, let's move on to June. So like June, July, that was a very low moment for me. Let's rewind back. Actually, March, on my birthday, I fell. At 3 months pregnant, I fell down the stairs. Wait, like I said, last year was very up down, up down. 3 months pregnant, I remember I was doing like a house party and I was carrying my cake from upstairs. I was bringing it downstairs, and the way I just did, whew, fell on my ass like to the ground, and I was just like, miscarriage. I just that, but that's my mind. Obviously, that's where your mind will go to. I was not looking around for the blood. I was like, yep, lost it. Being able to carry your baby full term, or just whatever it is, and you give birth to your baby and your baby is healthy, is no joke. People might do it and it looks easy. It's not easy, because anything can happen. Like you wake up, you won't hear the baby kick, you won't feel the baby kicking or something. You just be panicking. Literally, I feel like every day just panic. Like, is the baby okay? Am I doing too much? It's a lot. So I remember that fall, like it really stressed me. Then after the birthday, I had to go to the hospital the next day, and we're like, everything was fine. But yeah, that was a downfall, to be honest, because that was really scary. I don't wish that on anybody. Don't be falling, please. Don't be falling when you're pregnant. I lost my mom July 18th, and that was my friend's birthday. And my other friend lost her dad on that same day. That day was just a very weird day. It was a very somehow day, to be honest. But I just told myself that, you know what, it's almost like I stopped myself from feeling any kind of emotions, just so I can get past this pregnancy. Like, let me just give birth. So I didn't really mourn. Like, obviously I cried and all of that, but I just told myself, do you know what, just because Nigeria, what if I let myself go into that hole and there's a kind of complication or something, and I go to the hospital here and they just talk nonsense? Because I'm so scared to go to the hospital in Nigeria, because I've heard stupid stories, like silly stories. So anytime I'm sick, if it's not malaria, if it's not typhoid, it worries me. Like, I'm just like, God. So when that happened, I was like, see, I'm not in the right place to be going into that hole. So I couldn't even let myself mourn. So you can mourn 10 years after the person died, you can mourn a year after. There's really no one that can tell you how you're going to mourn or how it's going to affect you. So yeah, that was basically how that month went. And obviously moving forward, I was now able to get better. Like, you know, time heals all. So with time, I got better and all of that, and then traveled and I gave birth to my baby. So that was like a high. My baby came out perfectly, no complications, no nothing. Like, it was the perfect way. It almost felt like a blessing. It almost felt like God took my mom and gave me my baby, because my baby, I don't know how to explain this to you guys, is the definition of Oweronsobu. Meaning he has no problems. Like, if you stay around him, that's the first thing anyone says. Like, if you just stay around him, eat, sleep, that's all. Eat, sleep. This boy does not disturb me. Nothing is wrong with him. He's just a chubby ass fat baby, and I love it. So like, I just felt like that was what God used to compensate me, kind of. When I actually traveled, I'm still saying I'm trying to suppress my money. I now traveled to go and give birth. Look at what happened. All my hairdressers in the salon decided that they wanted to go. They said they're not doing it again. They left. Like, they didn't just say it, like, they actually left. Like, I just received a call from my manager, and she was like, ma, no hairdressers in the salon anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they said they want increments. That they want us to increase their salary. Let me give you guys the backstory of these people. I got these hairdressers, and obviously, anytime I employ people, if I say obviously one more time, just take a shot. Take a shot. If you hear obviously again, drink. Let's make this a drinking game. I always ask them, how much were they paying you before? Then I try to at least add something. So you feel like you're growing now. It should be normal. Like, okay, either I'm paying the same thing if it's too expensive, or I'm adding something so you won't feel like you're going backwards. Let me give an example. This is obviously not what they're being paid, but let me give an example. So maybe their last place of work, they were being paid 5,000 naira. And I was like, okay, I'll make it. No, but and I asked them, so how much do you want me to be paying you? They were like, okay, that they were like 10,000 naira. I was like, okay, do you know what? Let me pay you 15,000 naira. That's an example. So I didn't want to just be that. I was like, okay, let me even add something extra. So they just really feel comfortable and work for a long time. So I don't like changing people. I don't like changing stuff, especially if I feel like they're good, because they're actually good. So like I said, they said, oh, pay me 10K. But I was like, okay, let me pay you 15K so you'll be comfortable. And I was paid this. I never owed them salary or anything. So when they were not telling me that they wanted me to increase their salary, I was confused, because I was like, you told me what you wanted. I added money on top, and you're leaving because you want me to increase your salary. I just had to I had to swallow my pride. I promise you, I was already, a normal me, I'll be like, fuck that shit. I don't need you. Well, I was not in Nigeria. So I couldn't even afford to do that. So I literally swallowed my pride, and I told my manager to please call them and beg them. Tell them, please, I beg you. Just blackmail them. Tell them, madam, you know, madam traveled to go and give birth, and she's really going through a lot. That you guys just need to wait. And when she comes back, she promises that she's going to increase your salary. So she had to beg them. Only for me to come back. Oh. You know when you now come back, I'm now back in Nigeria now. You can't now do those kind of things. I remember I went to the office that day. I was like, you, sit down. So you think, you can just leave? You think you can just leave this salon and be requesting for me to increase your salary? Who do you think you are? Raising my shoulders. Who do you think you are? You don't know I can fire you and get someone the next day? Lies.
Why you always lying?
I was saying something else when I was on the phone, when I traveled. I was like, don't know, I get someone else. They're not there apologizing. Apparently, the story is long. The story is long. They said that they had an issue with the manager, and that they wanted to talk to me, but the manager didn't give them access to me. So they felt like that was the only way they could get my attention. That they were complaining about different things. It was just a lot. But just know that I received that call. So I was already panicking whenever I was sick. It was just emotional, basically. So we did the burial, and after the burial, I just didn't want to spend Christmas in the East. So I just went back for the burial, and I came back to Abuja. I just wanted to stay by myself and just cancel the noise. And I just didn't want to be around people. It had nothing to do with being in Enugu, because I know in my last video I was bashing Enugu. It's not about being in Enugu. I just didn't want to be around people. I just wanted to take time to myself, because I felt like the whole year I've just been suppressing, just telling myself, focus on this, focus on this, focus on this. I just wanted time to myself, where I'm just by myself and I can cry if I want to, shout if I want to, do whatever it is. So that's why I came back earlier. What I took from 2021 is, I mean, we've always known this. It's even going to sound very cliche. We've always known this, but time waits for nobody. Like, oh my God, I have not lost someone this close to me before. So even when I'm saying this kind of thing, I didn't really understand it until it happened, because I was with her up until the day she died. And you realize that when someone dies, or when you die, people are going to feel it. They're going to tell you sorry, they're going to mourn, they're going to be down. But you would be surprised as to how fast they move on with their lives. You would be shocked. Even me, I was shocked about how fast I was able to move on. Because you just have stuff to do. You have to take care of your kids. My son had to go to school. My business was there. Like, life happens to you. So you can't just spend all your time mourning the death of someone. And when you just look at life that way, you realize that, man, do everything you've always wanted to do. Is it you that will decide when you're going to die, when you're not going to die? You know, so it just made me realize I'm not even scared of dying. I used to think I was scared of dying, but it's going to happen to everyone. We're all going to die regardless. So that's not really what is making me scared. I'm scared of not being able to live my best life. Not hold anything in for anybody, not saying the way I feel, not loving to the fullest. That's what I'm scared of, because I've been so much in my head for the longest time where I'm thinking, oh, what would they say? How will people see this? Should I do this? Am I good enough? Will people like me? Will people not like me? And no one cares. No one really cares about you, like when it comes down to it, because if they cared about you, when they're lowering your coffin, they'll jump in with you so they can cover all of you together. No one really cares about you.
Okay.
Like, either ways, if people want to say bad things about you, they won't say it to your face. They don't have the balls to say it to your face. They'll just end up gossiping about it. They'll be like, no, go there. Look at this one. She's following them to do this one. They don't have the guts to say it to your face. But guess what? When you're successful doing whatever it is you're doing, they want to associate with you. It's normal. I do it too. Do you understand? So focus on your goal. Focus on what it is you want to achieve. And you have to realize that everything you're doing starts from somewhere. It takes a step. It starts from somewhere. You can't just start and just blow. You can't just start and just do well. And it doesn't even have to be about like your business or whatever. It can even be about like your personal life goal, like maybe you want to lose weight or you want to be a better person. It starts from somewhere. Don't think about what anybody's going to say. I'm even learning. I'm learning that. It's not like I'm now perfect. I still think about what people say. It's normal. It's normal to think about what people say, but just don't let that stop you from achieving whatever it is you want to achieve and living your life to the fullest. Because guess what? They wish they could. They wish they could be doing what you're doing. They'll be looking at you like, who gave this girl the audacity to be happy? To be happy and live her best life. Like, who does she think she is? They're not paying your bills. They're not doing anything for you. So why do you care about these people? Like, I'm not even hearing what they're saying, because they're definitely not saying to my face. So all of that has definitely affected the way I'm seeing myself moving forward. This YouTube thing, like I said, I've planned to do it for the longest time, but I'm done procrastinating. I'm not procrastinating anymore. I'll do this, whatever I think of doing and I want to do it, I'll do it. Let me be doing it. It's okay. I'll be doing it all. I will do it. And I suggest you do the same. Do it. If you've always wanted to travel, save your money. If you have money already, go and travel. Do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to find love or you want to marry, go and marry. If you don't want to marry, don't marry. If you're in a marriage and you're not happy inside the marriage, pray to your God. But you know that moment when you go to bed, when you lie down, when you're able to just listen to yourself, you know if you're truly happy. And if you're not truly happy, change it. So that's basically my goal moving forward, is just living my best life. Living my best life, loving as much as possible. I don't want to bear any damn grudges against anybody. I don't want to expect anything from anybody, because no one owes you shit. No one owes you anything. Like, who are you? No one owes you anything. No one owes you to be there. No one owes you to show up. No. Even if you do it for the person, they don't owe you that. So the moment you start thinking that way, the better for you. The better for you. And you just follow people that way. When you follow people that way, trust me, you have peace of mind. You would look back, and even people you're leaving behind, you'll be like, do you know what? She lived a good life. She lived a good life. She impacted people. She made us smile. She made us happy. I hope you do what you've always wanted to do. I'm talking to you, whoever it is. I don't know who it is I'm talking to, but I'm sure it's hitting someone somewhere. Just do whatever it is you want to do, and don't feel like God owes you living your life till you're 100, because no one knows tomorrow, and life is just too damn precious to not enjoy it to the fullest and live it to the fullest and be happy, and to be genuinely happy. Am I not trying? It's not easy. Subscribe, that is there, the red button. Click it, and there's a bell beside it, notification. Click it so you know when videos are coming. You don't want to get a notification, so you just know. You watch it before everybody watches it. So do all of that. Share. Make me go viral. I love it. I like it. Take it around. It's okay. I'm shameless. It's all good. See you guys in my next video. Bye.